Managing a remote team is now a normal part of running a business, whether big or small. If you're trying to manage your remote team better, Hubstaff and Clockify are two tools you'll surely come across. Both platforms are reliable for tracking time, creating reports, and monitoring productivity. But they do have some dissimilarities that you must consider before picking one. That's why we have been using these tools for the last couple of weeks, especially the remote employee management features, so that we can guide you through everything step by step, and by the end, you'll know exactly what you need. Now let's get started with the time tracking feature. Hubstaff makes time tracking super simple and works on almost every device: Windows, Mac, iOS, and Android. Plus, if apps aren't your thing, you can always use the web app or a Google Chrome extension. One feature that we really appreciate is the adjustable idle timeout. Basically, if someone forgets to stop their timer or takes a long break, the app makes sure those idle hours don't get billed by accident. That's a nice touch, right? You can also let employees either track time live or add it later if that's easier for them. And when it's time to review hours, you'll have clean, ready-to-approve timesheets in just a few clicks. Now, Clockify has also kept things as simple as possible. On top of that, it's free. The time tracking is intuitive, and you can even add custom task labels to organize and prioritize your work. So, if you like labeling tasks and tracking time for specific to-dos, this might be a great fit. But if you need extras like project templates, tracking time off, or managing expenses, those features come with a paid upgrade. The thing that comes along with time tracking is the accurate location details of your teammates. So, in terms of location tracking, Hubstaff gives you plenty of flexibility so that you don't get puzzled. Its GPS features are designed to make things easier for both managers and employees. With this software, we could set up job sites in the app to keep things organized and prevent common issues like time theft or buddy punching. The thing that impressed us the most is that your team doesn't have to worry about remembering to clock in or out. The app automatically tracks their time based on when they enter or leave a job site. This data then gets converted into a timesheet, which you can review and approve in just a few clicks. It's simple and saves a lot of time. On the flip side, Clockify also offers GPS tracking, but it's available as part of their premium plan. With this upgrade, you get a live map to see your team's location in real time. However, there are a few limitations to keep in mind. Clockify doesn't have geofencing, which means your team still needs to clock in and out manually. It also doesn't offer extra features like tracking job routes, setting reminders, or managing detailed work orders. So for location tracking, Hubstaff gives you more built-in features, while Clockify is a solid option for basic tracking. Now let's come to the reporting. We know how important this feature is to organize your overall employee data. So, starting with Hubstaff, it offers over 30 different types of reports that cover everything from time tracking and attendance to invoicing and activity. Most of this data is available in real time through the dashboard, so you can keep tabs on your team without waiting around for updates. For example, there's the App and URL report, which shows you which apps and websites your team uses the most. This is super helpful for spotting time wasters and also helps you review which subscriptions are worth keeping. Then, there's the Time and Activities report, which gives you a breakdown of activity levels, tracked hours, and more for each employee. You just pick the dates or time frames, and you can export the data in just a few clicks. However, Clockify also offers some strong reporting features, despite being free. Like Hubstaff, you can export reports as Excel or PDF files. Some of the most popular reports they offer include summary time reports, which let you sort by project and see the hours worked by each user. There's also the detailed time report, which gives a closer look at the time tracked by each employee. And for a weekly overview, they have weekly timesheet reports, which break down the time by user and project. We could also create our custom reports, which gave us more flexibility to track exactly what we need. Productivity monitoring is one of the must-do work when you have a remote team. To see how your team is performing, Hubstaff has some cool productivity features. Among them, we think the activity tracking is the best one. This software looks at how much time each team member spends actively using their mouse and keyboard. Basically, the more they're moving around and working in a 10-minute window, the higher their activity score. It's a good way to see how engaged everyone is. Hubstaff also adds a little fun with achievement badges. These badges reward team members for hitting certain productivity milestones, like working a streak of productive days or reaching over 39 hours in a week. Plus, for managers, Hubstaff offers screenshots. You can set it up to automatically take screenshots at regular intervals, like every 10 minutes, so you can see exactly what's going on. Don't worry, if any sensitive info is captured, it can easily be deleted. The best part? Employees can also check out their productivity insights right on the dashboard, so they can see how they're doing in real time. Now let's look at Clockify. It also has a dashboard where you can check how employees are spending their time and track how long they're working on specific tasks. It even lets you take screenshots so you can see what's happening on the other end. But here's the thing. Clockify doesn't have as detailed tracking as Hubstaff. You won't be able to see things like activity percentages or track the apps and websites your team is using, which is something Hubstaff can do. Now, for your team scheduling. With Hubstaff, you can use all the time tracking and productivity data to create schedules for your employees. You can even set weekly hour limits for each person. If someone's late, misses a shift, or skips out early, you'll get an alert, so you can stay on top of things and keep everything running smoothly. Clockify, on the other hand, keeps it pretty simple when it comes to scheduling. You can view your team's workload on an adjustable timeline and get a good sense of who's working on what. There's also a team view where you can check out everyone's tasks and see if anyone might be getting close to burnout. If you decide to upgrade to a paid plan, you can assign specific tasks to your team members, which can help you stay organized. If you have never-ending concerns with payroll, Hubstaff simplifies the entire process by turning tracked time into organized timesheets with just a click. This feature significantly cuts down on admin costs and effort. Plus, both employers and employees have the flexibility to manually add or edit time if needed, ensuring that everything stays accurate. One of Hubstaff's standout features is its seamless payment integration. It works with platforms like PayPal, Payoneer, Wise, and Bitwage, which means you no longer need to rely on outdated PDF or CSV exports. All you have to do is assign each employee to a pay period, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and they can receive payments directly through their preferred app. Now let's look at Clockify. While it does let you turn track time into detailed timesheets, it falls short when it comes to payroll functionality. Unlike Hubstaff, Clockify doesn't allow you to pay your team directly from the app. Instead, you'll need to export the time tracking data as a CSV file and manually upload it to your payroll system. This extra step can be time-consuming and introduces the risk of errors, especially when handling larger teams. So in terms of plans, Hubstaff will cost you a bit much, and it comes with 4 different plans to suit your needs, like the Starter, Grow, Team, and Enterprise. Each of the plans includes some specific tools that serve some specific business. Similarly, Clockify also has 5 paid plans that serve different size businesses. But there's a free version that gives you easy time tracking facilities for your employees. So if we short things up, Hubstaff might be the better option if you're looking for advanced tools. While it costs a bit more, you'll get advanced features like geofencing and route tracking, which Clockify doesn't offer, even with its upgrades. But if you just need the basics to manage your remote team, Clockify has you covered. That's all for this comparison. Take a moment to think about what your team needs, and you'll know which one's the best fit. If you're still unsure or have questions, feel free to reach out.